What's up guys, Pop101 here. Today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 mods in order to become a better swordsman in Blade and Sorcery, so let's get started. Okay, so if we just grab a sword from the book right here, we just grab the short sword. Okay, notice it is a nice weapon, can easily swing it, no issues, right? Well, it does get to be a little bit tough when you grab a weapon like this, which is a bit longer, two-handed, but what I highly recommend is if you get the fast weapon handling mod, you can now swing weapons that are much lighter like this, even easier, and it just makes it a whole lot more easier to fight enemies. So for example, if we fight this lady right here, we can now swing our weapon with ease. So there's no issues when it comes to blocking. So if she tries to hit us, we can easily defend against her attacks. Now yes, this does include swords and every other weapon. So for example, if I wanted to grab this giant maul right here, can easily swing it with one hand and, well, do things like that. And you can upgrade the power of it too. I just decreased it a bit because it's a bit more realistic with the way that I have it. I usually use swords instead of giant mauls like that anyways, so no issues with me. Alright, the second mod on this list is the Dark Souls parry. Now for those of you that aren't very good at blocking enemies' attacks or parrying them, this will be the mod for you. So I don't know if you guys just saw, but if you parry the attacks, they get temporarily slowed down. And it gives you a chance to attack them, and I don't know, it just makes the game a little bit easier, and it does help you work on your attacks. So we block, just like that. And why don't I show you one more time? All we need to do is parry her attack, she gets slowed down for a second, and she becomes a lot easier to fight against. Now it does get a bit tricky, because sometimes you need to make sure that you actually parry the attack. Just like that, and you can even hear a noise and audio when it does activate. I'm pretty sure that's customizable with Jason, but yeah. So that is the Dark Souls parry. So the next mod on this list is our Easy Pierce. So I don't know if you guys have seen it already, but if we grab this lady, notice all we need to do is grab our weapon, and we can easily just poke it. Now, I don't know if you guys have already seen it in this video so far, but the next mod on this list that we have is Easy Pierce. So for example, all we need to do to get this sword to pierce into him is put a little bit of force, and it easily just slides right in. So on that note, it's not exactly a mod to help you become a better swordsman, but I highly recommend you get the Dismemberment mod, which allows you to, as you guys just saw with her, easily just cut off limbs. And I'm not going to do it again because it does get pretty brutal, but it does become a lot more fun, and I don't know, I guess it doesn't exactly make you a better swordsman, but it does make it a bit more cool for me. Now the last mod on this list is my Better Aim Eye mod. So you can also make enemies a lot more difficult to fight with that because it increases their speed and animations. But what I like to use it for is actually slowing down time a bit, or slowing down their animations, because it makes them easier to fight, easier to dodge, and well, do whatever I want. So for example, if he tries to hit me, we can easily just dodge that, impale them, and yeah. I don't know, it's always been one of my favorite mods, because it just makes combat a bit either easier or harder. You can customize it however you like, and customize the enemy attack speeds to however much you want, really. So for example, at its beginning, you can start out fighting enemies 30% more difficult. Now, when it's set, I can fight them 30% slower. But regardless, as long as we have this Dark Souls parry, fighting enemies and having them become difficult is no longer a thing in the now, it's a thing in the past. So come on, pal. And there we go. So those are my top 5 mods that I highly recommend you get if you want to become a better swordsman in Blade and Sorcery. One that I'd also recommend you guys is if we go to this lady right here. Now notice, it's normally very, very difficult to pick up enemies in Blade and Sorcery, but with this better grabbing mod that I will link in the description. With all of them, you can lift enemies up no matter what part of their body you're holding. It just makes it a bit easier to fight and more fun for me because, I don't know, if you can only grab them and lift them up from the neck, it's kind of cheesy. But if we want to go down and grab her, let's say right on the leg, just like this, ta-da, and we can lift her up. It's really that easy. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. If you guys like these mods, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps out the channel a ton. Thanks for watching.